What's going on, traders? Welcome to Money Making Mitch. At least that's what I hear being called out there. You guys already know what we do here. Welcome to the story. You guys hit the like. This is Story Investor. You guys know where you guys are at. I'm super excited. We're going to be celebrating the Tesla move that we've been seeing. I know if you guys want to celebrate the Tesla move, give me a thumbs up and welcome to Money Mitch.
It's time for Money Making Mitch. When investors need a story, we're going to the moon. Welcome to Money Mitch, where story is everything. I'm here to find you the next opportunity. It's all about the green hands. Now we all know the bull market is here to stay. Money Mitch.
What's going on, traders? How we doing out there? I know you guys are having a great day. Yes, as it says right over my shoulder, a Tesla breakout. Wouldn't you know it? Another Money Mitch pick doing it. Getting off to the moon. We'll definitely go ahead and get into that. We're going to be talking about reopening plays coming back. We got VZIO, some retail stocks we're going to get into, some sports. There's definitely moving. I had 3 stocks in my portfolio move up more than 5% on the day. So looking forward to talking about those. Definitely smash the like. If you're new to the stream, say hello. Everybody, do me the favor right now. Hit that share button down below. Let everybody know Money Mitch is on, celebrating that Tesla move, and we're going to get into that. So definitely, if you want to know where the best kind of Tesla call out here, these are the Tesla Dragons. Where are my Tesla Dragons in the chat? Let me know if you think Tesla is going towards that 1,000, Noah. Looks like Noah thinks it is. Definitely drop those dragons in the chat. If you're new to the show, hit the share button. Let's keep it going. All right, now one thing I do want to bring up, guys, is if you want to check it out, up to you guys. I got a podcast that's been coming out, guys. It's under 3 minutes. That's what I think is really important here. This podcast is a daily watch list. One of the things that was mentioned to me often was, hey, we get your stocks at the end of the day, Mitch, but I wish I could get your stocks at the beginning. That's exactly why I did this, guys. So check it out. It's in the description. If you guys want to check it out, it's on Spotify, Apple, or you can check it out on our Benzinga website just right there. Definitely check that out, guys. It's in the description below. All right, let's go ahead and let's get into the stocks today. One of the things that we always do is first take a look at the overall market, right? What did we get today? How was the move? And what ended up happening? Well, yesterday, if you were with me, you guys probably heard me mentioning, hey, we're going to look for a sideways action in the SPY. We don't want it going down. Up is okay, but sideways action is kind of what I was looking for. I mentioned it yesterday, and that's exactly what we got. We got that sideways action day coming towards the high again, looking like it wants to break through that 424, but really just kind of an inside day in between that candle. And that's kind of what I expected. And so that's a good sign there. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here at the Qs. Let's see what has been happening in the Qs here. Great lift off. You guys already know that's the only candle that I don't like to see at the top, which is kind of a harmy candle. Could give us a little bit of a turnaround pullback tomorrow, closer towards the 344s. So that's what I'm going to be looking for if we get a pullback on the Qs on tech tomorrow. But definitely take your eyes on these as you've been getting a big rip in tech. And we've been all over it right here on Money Mitch. Let me know in the chat if you guys have some tech stocks, and maybe that's because of Money Mitch. Definitely. Let's catch up with the chat. How we doing out there? What's going on, man? I'm not seeing that much action in the chat. Let me know what's going on out there. What did you guys trade? Looks like Javi doing great. That's what I like to hear. Javier Hassi in the chat. There you go. What's going on? If you guys don't know who Javier is, I would suggest check out Cannabis Insiders or Cannabis Hour tomorrow. I don't know if Javi's going to be hosting tomorrow, Cannabis Hour, but definitely killing it on the Periscope. That's what I like to hear. A lot of these tech stocks were moving up today. I mean, we can take a look. I'm going to be going through some of these, but of course, There's a bunch of them that were kind of moving with that kind of Periscope move. You got Pinterest moving up also, and you also had Snap moving up. So this is kind of a sector rotation move. Look how Snap ripped up there today. So definitely Periscope, not a bad one, Javier. Hey, power to you. I'm glad you were able to get in on that one. CCIV did make a move up, but I'll tell you right now, guys, that was kind of more of a Kramer pump. That was a framer pump, if I like to call it. But definitely kind of helping out here, pushing this back up. It's right now in what I call the middle of nothing. It's in the middle of the range. Doesn't really look bullish, even though it turned around here, held multiple times by this 23. It's kind of still stuck in the middle. What's to say that it comes right back down towards that 2060 tomorrow, and then it's looking like it's coming back down towards support. So just be careful with CCIV. I don't want to see you guys get caught in this one. So, hey, who knows? What's up? Let's go ahead and keep going. Keep watching this one, moving on up. Oh, I'm killing it on Periscope. Oh, I get what you mean. People watching on Twitter. If you're watching on Twitter, guys, move on over to the YouTube so that you guys can join the chat or join in at least on the Periscope. I want to see you guys here. That's what it's all about. And at the very end, I go through stocks that you guys want technically. So that's why you definitely wanted to go ahead and jump in to the Benzinga YouTube. All right, let's go ahead and keep running through. Let's look at some of these monster moves today. You guys have been seeing the move in tech. So I'm going to go into some other stocks right now. First things first, yesterday we were talking about what, guys? Let's see if anybody knows in the chat. What did we say yesterday to look at? What was the sector? We called out a sector that wasn't tech. I'll give you that right off the back. It wasn't tech. And I said, look for this industry tomorrow to kind of continue into that hot play. Does anyone know in the chat? I'm testing you guys out there. I'm gonna give it a couple more seconds. Let's see if we get it up there. Looks like someone was mentioning that stock multiple times. Let's go ahead and take a look here. What about NNDM? We'll get into that, Ricardo. We'll definitely talk a little bit about 3D. Javier, no, it wasn't Playboy and the sex toys. It was, of course, retail, guys. BDS, look at that move in Dillard's today. Over 5% move there. We got a 6.37% move there, up right back to the high. Another one that we talked about that could move in here because, I mean, this one was already ripping. It's kind of hard to grab that one. We're talking about Nordstrom. Nice move there in Nordstrom. We're going to see if this one can continue lifting now that it pushed off the support. Last 3 days, really green. That's what I wanted to see. Another one that we talked about, of course, was Macy's, to see how Macy's was going to perform. Let's see how that did today. Look how it came right back up here. We saw that bounce off. Now it's up there towards that 1870. We'll see if it can get towards the 19. Today, it actually got towards a high of 1901. So tomorrow, you want to see it actually close above that 1901. Let's go ahead and see if we can get it back above that. Solar, we're definitely going to get into. It wasn't solar, but I have been putting solar on radar. I got a couple of those that I want to mention. AEO was one that I gave on Monday. Monday, guys, Monday. We're talking right here on the 21st. I gave AEO as part of my watch list. So that would have been right here on this mark right here, this day right here. This is where I gave it. And now we're already up there towards the 37 today. I'm going to be looking for this to continue moving on up. This is American Eagle Outfitters. I've talked about the pent-up demand in the consumer and how they want to get clothes. They want to look good. I mean, you guys want to go to the gym. You guys want to be looking great right now. And I think that's what the consumer is looking into. So AEO with a great move up. And with that being said, you can look at kind of the competitor, ANF, also going up towards pushing on up. You can look at Urban Outfitters. Look at that. That's support, guys. It looks like there's a retail move and nice push up there. Let's keep it going. What's up? Yeah, you got to rock the jersey every now and then. Denver, baby. Denver. I got to get Murray back on the Nuggets, man, because Jokic is a beast, but he needs he needs his Robin, so I can't blame the guy. All right, let's get into some solar stocks. I know we talked about some of these. One of the ones that I wanted to watch today that I didn't know too much about before this, guys, I just started finding this stock this morning, was BEM. If you look and listen in on my podcast, and this is how you guys are going to really start testing me. I want you guys to test me. I want you guys to look at the podcast and be like, hey, Mitch, you talked about this stock and it got completely crushed. Let me know. That's what I want to hear, guys. And then also, if I give a good idea on that podcast, come to the show. Let me know, man, that idea was great. I looked into it. I saw the support. I kind of watched the action going and I was able to nail it. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear you guys get the process down and being able to even call out some of these. So definitely let's take a look here. BEM was definitely one that was mentioned on the podcast this morning. Reason why was because, hey, this is a newer one that I watched. The chart looked great. I do believe in the solar story right now. You guys know how I've been feeling about solar. I think this is going to come back ripping. And a lot of people kind of gave up on it when it kind of cut down. But now it's really coming back. This one, a nice day today, up about 9%, guys. BEEM. You guys already know where you guys are at. Money Mitch. What podcast? What podcast, says Sir Henry. Look in the description right now. Go below. You'll find Money Mitch. It's everywhere, guys. It's on Spotify, Apple. You guys, it comes out usually right around 9 a.m. Right, you got about 30 minutes before the open. That's what I try to get it to you guys. I do this usually around 8 a.m. so I can give you guys at least the stocks that are on my radar every single day. All right, let's keep coming. Let's keep coming in this one. Another one that I've been giving, and not a bad day for it. Max N. You guys heard me talk about this yesterday because it was off of the support and it's made a run towards 1990. Let's see if this one can really start looking strong. This was one that actually got spun off from another stock. Let's see if this one can get ripping back. Sol also with a good move. SOL, Renesola. Look at this move up off of that lift. We'll see if this one can get back up there towards the 1028. This is a cheaper stock, $8 stock here. So if you want to take a look at a cheaper solar play, I recommend that. SOL, but SPWR today. SunPower getting a nice lift. That's what I wanted to see. Good looking chart now. We've tested this highs multiple times. Let's see if that starts becoming a support. So what we want to do is we want to see this stock push up, maybe test down towards 2675s, but we don't want to see it test from that level. So that's what I would look for, is kind of a pullback closer towards these 1070s, maybe a little bit closer towards 1050s or 2650s, and then completely ripping on back. So we're looking for a kind of red to green action going into tomorrow. So kind of this action, and then you'll see kind of a lift going into that 10 o'clock hour. That's what I'm going to be looking for in SunPower, in solar here, guys. Definitely some one to watch. VVPR was another one that I wanted to keep an eye out, just because look at this monthly and weekly chart. Look at this weekly chart, guys. This is VVPR, Vivo Power. We're talking a cheaper stock here. Definitely a lower float stock that gets kind of manipulated sometimes. So I'm looking to see if it can really push off. But look how clear and defined that support is. That's what I love. I love when I have these plays where the pattern really sticks, because at least I know my risk to return and I can always kind of calculate it here. Nice looking bullish candle here. That's called a bullish engulfing candle when you eat that red candle. And it was especially when you had an indecision kind of candle, which you had a small harmony here, big body harmony here. So now we're starting to push above. Now we need to get above these highs. So these highs here, 840, 870. See if it can get above 850 tomorrow and start testing through those levels. And then we could see it kind of rip up there towards the $9. This is VVPR. What's going on, Steve? It's good to see you guys in the chat. Say hello if you're new to the chat. Looks like we got about 85 people here. Let's see if we can get up towards 50 likes so I can give you guys some new plays. I mean, you know, we can talk about the plays that have been moving, but of course you guys want to get some new plays out there. And if you guys want some new ones, we need to smash up those likes. Let's keep it going. Let's go into the stock of the day where everyone wanted to talk about it. You guys already know we're going to get into Tesla. when we return. Let me know in the chat if you guys are a Tesla bull. What I want to say is that Tesla, I've AMC had the apes. You could say GameStop had kind of, let's say, the roaring kitties. I'm going to say Tesla's time is now, and the dragons are here. So let me know. Put a dragon in the chat. Let me know if you're bullish Tesla. And when we return, we'll get into some Tesla.
I tell all my CEOs, this is a very, very, very important platform. And look, all the other platforms are important too, but you're up there now. You're way up there.
Best investments you can do in your future is actually go and re-educate yourself on credible sites and credible resources like Benzinga. I think you guys have been killing it.
The comment section on this show is remarkable. Like the quality of the combo, and just big shout out to you and your community.
So I love about you guys, you just had all your callers in right then. And it's all about the community here at Benzinga.
What's up, my Tesla dragons? Where you at? Roaring came Tesla today. Elon, I'm not mad at you. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Let's take a look at what we got. We've gotten in this one because it cleared 600. We talked about how we were going to get in it a little bit early, looking to be a little bit early, getting into the catalyst. We got next month's catalyst. We got the AI coming out. We got the semi truck coming out later in the year. There's so much going to be pushing out. Just wait till they start talking about the Tesla truck again. This is where I really think at the end of the day, you might see Tesla get towards that 1,000 level. I know it sounds crazy. A lot of people are talking about it. Noah talked about it early in the chat, so I'd give him a shout out, definitely. Can we get back towards that 1,000? There's some dragons out there. I definitely know. Today, what a move. What a move. And I actually talked about it, guys. If you guys stick with my Twitter, I talked about this in pre-market that I felt like today was the day. I felt like we were going to really get that lift in Tesla. And boy, did we get it right out the gates, guys. Here comes 1030. And man, that ripped. We talked about yesterday. We wanted to see Tesla close above 630 and potentially test up to 650. If you guys go back and listen to it, that's exactly what we pointed out. That's exactly what we got here. We got this lift up there through the 650s, and man, it didn't look back. It got up to a high of 663.40. The question is, can we get towards 700? That's our first profit take. That's what we said we were going to look towards, and I might be taking some into the 690s just to get it out there, because I like to be transparent with you guys. If I do take it off there at the 690s, I won't be mad. Definitely, I want to keep it as much as I can. But that candle right there, one day, nice move here. Over 5% move in a $600 stock. You're talking about a more than $32 move here. Let's see if this one can continue moving and get up there towards the 675s tomorrow. Next stop for us, when we can run into some resistance, is around the 665 area. That's kind of the next area that I can see the resistance kind of coming into, and we're running into that right now. I think we're going to run into that, maybe pull back a little bit. If we can push through that level, the next stop up is going to be 675, and from there we can get to 700. But of course, I want to hear what you guys have to say. 1,000 this year. Hey, I do think Tesla could get towards that 1,000 this year. Definitely. Let's go ahead and have some fun. I wanted to have some fun with you guys today, so let's have some fun. What are you guys thinking about some Tesla memes? What I got to say is I think Tesla, and I know you guys probably would agree with me. Look at that move up there. We'll see if Tesla to the moon. To the moon. You guys put a 1 in the chat if you guys think Tesla's going to the moon. Put a 2 if you guys think I'm losing it and going crazy. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I know that the crazy part might get agreed to on that too, but we'll see what keeps going. Definitely. Let's see what happens. Of course, I wanted to bring some of my favorite Elon memes here. Look at him riding the Doge. The Doge. There's some ones. I see some ones. Oh, Pat thinks I'm crazy. I can't blame him. I probably am crazy, but let's keep it going. What's another one that you could see is when everybody's selling and you're on the hodl. What do you guys think about the Wario? There's some more ones rolling through in the chat. Having some fun today. You guys, the only way we can do it, guys, smash the like if you guys are having some good time. This is what it's all about. I can tell you right now, guys, you know what's going on is that it's a new thing. Teslas are sexy, guys. One of the things that I've been seeing is that you're even seeing kind of, artists, they're loving up on Tesla. Why not just party on, Just do some music videos. Let's keep it going to the moon. I'm telling you guys, there's so much here. There's so many memes that you can get out of the Tesla. At the end of the day, where we're going to end up is really interesting. Can we keep moving? Can we keep ripping? There's so much to do it. And the real question is, will we get towards that 1,000? We'll definitely keep an eye out on it. Let me know if you guys are enjoying the Tesla meme game. Definitely. Let's keep it going. All right, guys, there you go. We talked some Tesla, and I'm going to keep an eye on this because, we could get a turnaround. We got a big move up. Let's pay attention. Let's see what kind of moves we get in the next couple of days. We'll see if we can get up towards that $700 level. I'm already happy if we can get above kind of that 10%, because 10% on a $600 name, I mean, that's a good move for you to grab. So definitely don't get too crazy. I do got the diamond hands up, but at the same time, I'm looking at profit targets because at the end of the day, like I always say, diamond hands are not the best hands are green hands. So let's keep it going. Let's get into some other stocks. What did you guys see out there moving? Let me know in the chat if you guys got a name you guys want to talk about, because I definitely want to get into those. Back to 720, says Sergio tomorrow. Hey, even if it comes back to 720, we've gotten up over that level. Let it make a new support and come on up. I won't be mad even if it comes back to 720 or towards 620. Let's keep it going. You guys already know where you guys are at. My Tesla plaid. Ooh, can't blame you. If you get a plaid out of this, come pick me up. Playa. Someone's calling out Playa. Plya. I don't know why I'm calling that Playa, but let me take a look here. Oh, it is Playa. It is Playa Hotels. You see? Let's take a look here. A nice hotels play. Interesting. I'll take a look here for you, Bill. Let's take a look here on the daily. What do we see? Nice support line at that $7. You could see it multiple times coming towards this level. When I see multiple touches like this, I want to go towards the weekly, see how many times it really did touch it on the weekly so that you can really kind of see this move. And then we can really start drawing some trend lines. We can draw this up. One of the things that you see here is that it's kind of made this kind of U effect right here. You really want to get this strong through the 775s back above that 8, I would say tomorrow. Because if not, you could get a test back down towards this low like you got today. The low of the day was 713. You don't want to test back down towards 713 because if you break the 7 line, where's the next support? You're going to be coming back down towards 650, and from there, you can come all the way down towards the 533. So just be careful with this one. Keep it tight. I do like the chart, but it needs to get strong tomorrow going through that 775. All right, guys, like always, we're going to keep it going. Let me know in the chat if you guys got a stock you guys want to get through. I'm going to go ahead and see how we're doing on the likes. Let's check in. Let's check in, see how we're doing here. All right, looks like we're at 41 likes. 41 likes. Let's get towards that 50. We need 9 more likes to get you guys some new stocks. Looks like some stocks are definitely starting to roll through in the chat. So I'm going to start rolling through these. Biggest thing we need to do is we need to get through my stocks first. So I'm going to run through them really quickly, and then we're going to do it all about you guys. So smash that like. Let's first talk about some of the winners that I'm in right now. VZIO was one that I've talked about multiple times at a $21 level. That's my favorite level for this one. I finally was able to get it on a pullback. going into this week. So if you look at the trend line, this is the weekly trend line. You see how the weekly just have it perfectly off of support here near that 21. Let's go to the 1 day, see what we saw today, see what we got. Really a lift right off of that 21. You guys can see my entry. My entry is pretty good. I'm in this one right here at 21. We'll see if VZIO can continue on moving through and getting on up there towards the 25. Where I really want to see it get towards is up here towards the 28, or try this wick day where we had a huge amount of selling up there towards 8.9 million shares traded. Let's see if we can get back up there through the 25. All right, let's go ahead. What's going on out in the chat? You got some Tesla calls. You got it, brother. You got it. Did we already speak on Tesla? Unfortunately, we did, man. Just scroll back a little bit. We talked about Tesla. We did some Tesla memes, so you definitely don't want to miss that. It was pretty fun. Just scroll on back. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into another stock here mentioned in the chat. I'm seeing some mentioned out here. Did someone mention? Oh, someone did mention it here. So VZIO is one that I saw in the chat, so I jumped on that. The next one we'll talk about, DDS. Ruben, I think it's you that's been talking about DDS, right? Go ahead and fill me in if it was been you that's talking about DDS. I talked about it early, and we talked about it potentially moving with the retail. Good call out if that was you. All right, let's go ahead. Good, strong move in Genius. Toddy Todd. You know I like me some Genius. All right, let's go ahead and see that candle, see what you got today, see if we could see another drive coming in this stock. So really quickly, I would look kind of more in this kind of pattern right here. And this one kind of turned around hard when it went through it. This is kind of the pattern right now, guys. So this was that rejection kind of breakout. This, another rejection breakout. Can we get through that level, get up through the $2, and break out and hold above $2? That's what you want to see. And you want to see some volume traded like you saw here. 43 million shares is what I would like to see it as it approaches that trend line, so that you can get that continuous move and a rip out moving. All right, let's go ahead and let's get into the next stock that I wanted to talk about, guys. GENI, you guys know, one of the biggest stocks that I'm in, guys. I can tell you this is one of the biggest positions I have. And we're going to see if this one can continue moving. But Genius Sports, lovely bounce off these 1740s. And really what I used on this one, guys, was more of a monthly chart. And I used the monthly to realize, hey, these are monthly lows here that I'm attacking down. So that's what I got, guys. Now, where are we at and how are we going to go ahead and continue moving with this one? One of the things that I did see today is that it did break out through that 1850 hold. And I think that's very important. Let's go to the 5-minute here. So if you look here on the 5-minute, look how we went sideways right here on this 1840. Believe it or not, guys, I got an average near this 1840. I've been averaging down in this play. So let me go ahead and pull off the Genius talk in the corner. But I've been averaging down in Genius, looking for in GENI, looking for a move above this 19, and then really to hold 20, because that's really the next move up. Is can we get a move to push through 20 and then come back and hold 20 so that we can make an attempt back towards this 25. I love this one. At the end of the day, they got the most kind of partnerships. They're going to be having a great partnership with the NFL, soon to be starting up. This one has deals after deals after deals with leagues. So stay on it. I'm going to be looking to bring GENI on SPACs Attack real soon, Genius Sports. So look for that interview, and I think you won't miss it. This is the one SPAC that I gave, and I said I could hold forever. I never say that, guys. So definitely, guys, smash the like. Let's keep it going. What's the next one up that I want to talk about? I talked about this morning. I wanted to look to see if Pub M could get moving. Let's see what happened on Pub M. Look at that. A little indecision candle today. Nice push up yesterday. Indecision today. Let's see if this one can get roaring tomorrow. This is Pubmatic. Also trades with MGNI. You can take a look at Magnite. That one had a decent day, at least a green day. So I'll definitely pay attention to that. TTD, another one. Look how that's pushing on up. that gives you sign to keep on watch for Pub M. So definitely another one that I've been watching that I was trying to get in today on the red to green was JD. We were talking about it on pre-market prep. JD, Baba, those plays are definitely starting to look good, bouncing off support. The biggest thing with Baba is that it has this gap down it could fill. I don't want to see it fill that gap. That's why I didn't go after Baba and I went after JD. You could also look at Baidu, of course, BIDU. The reason I like JD is because Kathy Wood has been buying that thing like crazy. And so that just pushes me over to going towards JD. All right, let's go with the chat. Let's get some stocks rolling through here. What are the ones that I want to talk about? Let's go. Let's go. GOEV. That's kind of the pump stock. But Canoe here, let's see if this one can get ripping. You know, it had multiple highs and attempts to get up there through the 11. Tomorrow is going to be really important. Can we get through that 11 and get some volume back? Because when this one was pushing on up, it was trading 26 million shares, 31 million shares. And guess what you traded today? Only 3.27. That's very important to definitely notice. All right, let's go to the next one up. What's up? What's up? Ruben with the DDS call out. I got to give you the shout out again, man. I'll look up the stock again. Look at that move, 6% move. He was talking about this one when it was pulling back towards the 160. I talked about how this one looked a little bit extended, but I definitely did say look at JWN. JWN looked interesting. KSS. You could look at Macy's. Macy's doing great, so definitely keep those retail names on your radar. TTD, that's just advertisement, dude. Advertisements and killing the game, Sir Henry. If you haven't looked at earnings, look at all the stocks that have major advertisement game, like Google. Disney was even talking about it. I mean, Facebook was talking about it. Everything that has to do with targeted ads actually did massively great in the pandemic. And I think this is going to continue to come because one of the things you've been seeing is programmatic ads are very important. Because let's say like for me, instance, I don't need to be seeing, let's say, women's hair product commercials. You need to be showing me the Fanatic, the sports commercials, the stock commercials. That's what's going to get me buying. And I think that's what you're starting to see is that trend in the social really move on over. So you guys already know. Love me some Genius, says Kelly. Hey, can't blame you. Can't blame you. Genius is not a bad one. It definitely gets a run when it starts moving. Can you check in phase, says someone. Hey, AK Piff. AKA Piff. I love it. EMPH, let's take a look here. Enphase Energy. This, believe it or not, I used to day trade this thing when it was like $40. Look where this thing is now. Holy moly, 170. I used to trade this thing back here when it was trading in the 40s. And man, this thing rocketed like a freaking rocket like you've never seen. Heading towards now 170s. Let's see if this can pull back. This is a good sign for solar. Really good sign for solar. One of the things that I've been looking at is can one solar stock lead? I was thinking Run was going to be it, but it could be ENPH. Good one to bring up there. Definitely keep it on your radar, guys, because it's one of the strongest solar stocks. Now, one thing you can do with ENPH, right? And so one of the things that I like to do sometimes is use it as an indicator versus the trade, right? I feel like I'm out of this trade. If I get in it now, I'd be buying in towards that high. And I'm not going to do all that, right? And so one of the things that I'll do is I'll use it as an indicator to look if solar could kind of push on up. Now, one thing you can see in names like this is kind of more of a leader now. And I'll look for what's called the laggard play. The laggard play means essentially an industry taking off and then that industry move kind of really pushing a stock that was probably not in favor, but now because the industry is making a move up, it starts making a move up. Definitely one that I'm going to keep a watch out. Net going higher. I'll definitely take a look here. Let's take a look. Is Net going higher? Net. Cloud. Hey, Cloud is definitely strong. We talked about Cloud a couple weeks ago, really, when we were talking about Box and Boxel and Dropbox and those type of stocks. Look at Cloud here. This is Cloudflare Net. What I like is that upward trend that you can do here. So I would draw this kind of right here. So this is a supporting trend line. And so what I want to see is any pullback towards that line, it's okay. But we don't want to see it break down and show up in this area. If it shows up in this area, that's not what we want to see. We want to see it continue. If it pulls back, it just catches and pushes back up. All right, let me go ahead and pull it up full screen there. You guys didn't see that move there. So you see this support here. If it pushes on up here, look for a pullback and hold this bottom trend line and continue that trend on up. I'll keep a watch on that one. The problem is that one has been extended. Let's see how many weeks it's traded up there. So you're talking about a move that this stock usually does not too many trends. Let's see, maybe 3-week trend here, 4-week trend on this move up here. So this is kind of that move up. So the next level up, you could get a pullback, and that's what you can see here. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks straight green. So just be careful with a pullback on that one. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into another play here. Web security. It's web security, not cloud. Hey, well, there you go. You guys, I'm learning something here. I guess tangentially, it's a cloud play. I mean, it's probably a little bit of both. It's probably a little bit of mix. There you go. Net could be the Apple of online security. I like calling stocks Apple of something. I call Planet Fitness the Apple of cannabis. Javier, if you're out there listening, that's what I call it. Definitely Planet Fitness. Planet 13. Planet 13, that one, PLHF. This is an OTC stock, cannabis stock. This is one I call out, and I call it the Apple of cannabis. So I can't blame you. Cybersecurity is better right now, definitely. Cybersecurity is hot. But those stocks have already ripped, so it's kind of hard to jump on them. Let's keep going with some names in the chat. What do you guys got out there? I'm going to be wrapping up in about 5 to 6 minutes, but let's definitely get through some of these stocks that are out there. Moderna is on the downturn. You know, a lot of that negative news, it could kind of get roaring, but really these are ones that I just stay away from. I stay away from those heavy biotechs. I mean, you could be trading some of them, but it's just not my game. And you got to sometimes stay to what's your game, right? All right, so Moderna, I definitely think could come back down. Bitcoin, someone's talking about some Bitcoin. I'll take a look at Bitcoin. Why not? BTC here. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. All right, guys. So one of the things that we were talking about this, and I was talking about this on kind of pre-market prep. I jumped in there. So a lot of people talk about this kind of head and shoulders look, right? And so one of the things that I'd kind of point out is that a lot of times you're going to get what's called two types of trends, right? So you got a short-term trend, short-term pattern, and then you have a long-term pattern that the stock can be kind of holding to. So in the long term, we have a head and shoulders here. So that looks like a bearish pattern, right? But if we look in the short term, I'm going to show you guys what an inverse hammer looks like, inverse head and shoulder looks like. So let's look here at the 1 hourly. I drew this out this morning, and not too bad. It kind of came close to it. This is kind of what I was expecting. I was looking to see if it can come back towards a move, kind of create the shoulder look. So if you kind of inverse this, and I'm going to put it full screen now. If you inverse this, you could kind of get that look where, you know, this is your head. This becomes your left shoulder. And then you had that wick here touch. Let's see if we can get this shoulder to kind of build up here. Some people would draw it here at that wick. I'm looking for another touch there to really kind of confirm this. But let's see if this can kind of push on up. This is actually a bullish pattern on a 1 hour chart. But the 1 hour has an inverse head and shoulders. But if you look on, like, let's say the weekly or the daily, you can see kind of a head and shoulders up here. And so that's what we're going to kind of see if it's going to continue either the long-term pattern or a short-term pattern. And this is how you can really start paying attention to kind of how you can trade. There's short-term trades, and then there's long-term swing trades, right? A lot of times I've been doing more of a long-term swing trades lately, but if you're a day trader, it's okay to also stay within the short short-term trend pattern. And this is what a lot of day traders out there do. And let's say they go into stocks like Clover, and they're trying to get, a stock like Clove to move or trade this stock. They're not really trying to invest in it. They're simply just trying to trade off of levels and try to get this stock to come back up in a short-term trend kind of move here. And so kind of simple pattern you guys can see. Let's go ahead and take a look here. 5-minute pattern. What did we get, guys? A nice bull flag to come out of this. So this is a short time pattern, right? Coming out of a long-term short pattern. Clove had a very bearish look for a while. Now it's bouncing out of that bearish look. And then when you get these short-term bullish patterns, the short squeezes are happening, and you're getting those big bull flags to come back all the way to support and then push back up. All right, let's go ahead and keep going. That's what I wanted to kind of talk about on kind of the strategy side today. One of the things that we need to keep watching, does retail keep moving on up? We've talked about kind of the reopening plays like matchmaking moves. Let's see what happened today. Did we get a continuation? Yes, we did, guys. This was given more than a week ago, guys. Match. I've been talking about the pent-up demand here, trying to get it back above to the high. The high there is 174. I think you could see match get to 200. I really do think you could get it towards that level. We broke out from this 140 level and really started pushing on up. Now it could pull back and do a pullback, let's say towards 160s or 158s. That's what I would maybe see, but definitely looking strong. A reopening play that most people didn't think about. And I just put it on the radar because those pent up singles, that pent up demand, they want to go out there. They want to get some dates. That's why maybe people are looking at AMC, because the dates in the movie theaters, right? A lot of people want to go out and got to get out. I definitely do think that's how it is. So we'll definitely keep a watch on this. One that I'm in right now, guys, Groupon. I told you about this one. I'm still in it, guys. Still in it. Today we got up there towards a high of 47.47. That's kind of funny. It's exactly at 47.47. We had a high here also of 47.55. Let's see if we can get above 47.50 tomorrow to start testing kind of that breakout. That's what I want to see this one really start lifting off. This is Groupon, made it run to 64, pulled back towards 44. That's really kind of like my line in the sand now. I'm looking for this one to keep going, but I'm all the way down there in the 44s, so I'm not really stressing right now as it's hanging out there at the $46 level. All right, let's go ahead. I'm married. Laugh out loud. No need. Hey, I got a fiance too, Richard. But guess what? That don't mean I can't make money on the match. On the match, you guys know, Match owns Tinder. Tinder, guys. You guys know how Tinder was before the pandemic. I'm sure the pandemic is going to make it probably come back even roaring some more. So we'll see how that kind of continues moving. We'll see. Born to be free. It's all good. The sun's out. Guns out, baby. You already know Johnny Black. Let's keep it going. Let's get into the last stocks. We're going to go ahead and be wrapping up. We'll have aftermarket therapy after this. So if you guys want to see a show, definitely check that out. But we're going to be wrapping up here. Last couple stocks. I want to take a look here at DocU because it's really been the leader, I think, in growth. When you see a stock like that make a monster move, that's kind of what I want to see continue moving. Why do I look at DocU? Because I also look at ARKK, Kathy Wood's ARK Invest in the innovation ETF here. Look at this pushing and pushing. I've talked about it. Kathy's back. Get ready, guys. Keep an eye out on those buys. And one of the buys that she was talking about was JD. So definitely keep your watch on that tomorrow. I think this stock could get hot tomorrow. I'm going to keep on watch on it. I might get in it, especially if I can get maybe a red to green move somewhere closer towards the 72 or 72.50. I'm going to be looking at this one. And another one just to mention here, we talked about Shopify's massive breakout. Now I'm going to be looking to see if Melly can do the same. We've been seeing this one, talking about this one. This is Mercado Libre for my Spanish people out there. This is kind of like that Spanish Craigslist, if you want to call it, or the Spanish Amazon here. Mercado Libre really pushing on up there. Couple days just straight up. And these are the higher expensive stocks. So I really need to learn how to trade these, but definitely a good move up there towards the 1532. Last one I'm going to mention, just keep it on your radar, is Sam's. That's Boston beer. I like me some Boston beer, some Sam's. Let's see if this one can come back. It looked like it was trying to break down, and it just came back. Let's see if this one can really start pushing back up there. I'm definitely not telling you to jump in this one right now. Keep your eyes on it, but definitely if it can get roaring, I mean, hey, this is Sam's we're talking about, and I think it is going to have a good summer. It has had a nice pullback. So let's say if this one can continue moving. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Lele bringing in the last one in there, BPT. I'll take a look because she has some fire. I got to give it to her. She's been pointing out some fire charts, and I mean, when they got the fire, you got to stick with it, right? She has the hot hand. Look at that one. Nice. Look at this. That's a U pattern. That's a cup in the handle right there. Nice breakout. Now the big question is, can we pull back towards this level? We could pull back closer towards 575, try to make a new support, and then break out. That's where we broke out today through that 575. I wouldn't be surprised if you couldn't see a lift at that level. So you see right here, you see how it was kind of moving, and look how it really starts lifting right there. That's where the momentum comes in. So that's the level you're looking for, maybe pullbacks, that 575. And you got to lift all the way up there towards 649. So if you're thinking from that 575 to 649, it's about 50 cents. So a lot of times I look for what's called a 50% retracement, right? And so 50% retracement there is you're talking about a 75-cent move. So look for a 40% pullback closer towards that $6. Let's see if that can happen tomorrow. Getting back down towards that 6 is what I'd look for. Definitely a support there, and it could pull back towards that level. Let's say if you use your Fibonacci's, I don't do this often, guys, but I'll do it for you guys. Let's see. This is where the move came from, but usually you can put it down towards the bottom. So you see how right here, you see how that 50% level is right here? That 50% level is right at 607. There's a reason why it's there, guys. I don't draw Fibonacci's often just because it can get very confusing here, and I don't want to confuse you guys. I want you guys looking at levels and trying to make things simple. Support entries, risk to return, always calculating it, and that's what it's all about, guys. It's not about winners. It's about the process. Learning the process so that you guys can find these yourself. What I try to do, guys, is try to do a little bit of a macro to micro approach, looking for social trends. Like I'll look at solar and I'll think, okay, so what can move? The catalyst could be infrastructure, really start pushing. We've had a Democrat president. Whenever we had a Democrat president, solar usually has done well. So there you go. You have a little bit of story. You look into the stocks and you start looking at their fundamentals, their technicals, what's looking the best. That's how I approach it. The 3 variable approach, you guys already know: story, fundamentals, and technicals. You need all 3. At least that's the way I like to trade. And definitely that's what it's about here on Money Mitch. Definitely, guys, give me a thumbs up in the chat. Hit me up. Let me know what you guys want more of on Money Mitch. I can definitely do either more stocks from the chat, can do some more deep dives into certain companies, but I've been having fun with you guys. So definitely let me know in the comments if you've enjoyed this week's kind of stock picks. I mean, we've been on fire here on Money Mitch. So like always, guys, smash the like, let everybody know where Money Mitch is. And like always, guys, this is always for informational purposes, not for investment advice. And you know, one of the things that you always need to kind of focus on is taking the look of the process approach, because once you get the process down, then you can go ahead and get gains like this. All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up. You guys know where you guys are at. Up next, you guys got aftermarket therapy, so stay tuned for that. Give me a thumbs up. Hit me up on Twitter. You guys already know my name. Story Investors is right here. And if you got a stock and you think it's going to rocket, let me know. Tesla with the breakout. If you guys enjoyed the memes, let me know in the comments. I know I had fun doing that. And like always, guys, we did this after we talked about the move that could potentially take it off. And now we really got that Tesla breakout. Let's see if we continue that move into tomorrow. Like always, guys, I'm Money Mitch. The bull market is here to stay. And if there's an opportunity out in the market, Money Mitch is here to help you find it. We'll see you next time.
It's time for Money Making Mitch. When investors need a story, we're going to the moon. Welcome to Money Mitch, where story is everything. I'm here to find you the next opportunity. It's all about the green hands. Now we all know the bull market is here to stay. Money